Hello, I'm William.
And I'm Michelle. Today we're going to talk about ownership. All right, so William,
Yes.
talking about ownership, we're talking about how you can own property as an individual or with other people. Can you tell us the types of ways you can own it with other people and what it's called when you own it by yourself?
Absolutely. So there's different forms. The first one is called severalty. You have what they call tenancy in common. You have what they call joint tenancy with the right of survivorship and joint tenancy by the entirety.
All right, so what is severalty ownership?
Severalty is confusing. It sounds like it's more than one. More than one. But in reality, it's just one. It's to sever from everyone else.
Okay, great. So the next type we'll talk about is tenants in common. And so tenants in common is ownership between multiple people. Want to give us some more details on that?
Yeah, so you got co-current or co-ownership, and it's the same type of ownership as if you owned it by yourself in severalty, except you have more than one owner. So you have those same rights that you would have if you had owned it by yourself. You can do those same things as if you owned it by yourself.
In other words, let's talk about leaving it to your heirs. If you own it as tenant in common, can you leave it to your heirs?
Absolutely, it's inheritable or willable.
Aside from severalty ownership and tenancy in common, is there another type of ownership?
Yes, it's called joint tenancy.
Okay, so joint tenancy, that's the one with the acronym PIT.
Yes.
And what is PIT?
The four unities of PIT stands for possession, interest, time, and title, which you get one title.
Okay, all right. And is there another form of ownership that uses PIT?
Absolutely. So you got joint tenancy with the right of survivorship, and the other one is by the entirety.
Okay, and what's the difference between joint tenancy and tenancy by the entirety?
The difference is the tenancy by the entirety is for husband and wife only, and it's not recognized in the state of Georgia.
Tenancy by the entirety is a marriage law, much like community property. And what is community property?
Community property is property that is acquired during a marriage.
Okay, great. And under community property, there's also something called separate property. And this is property that was acquired before the marriage or after marriage, but it was an inheritance or a gift.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. So talk to us about dower, curtsy, and homestead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So dower and curtsy, a lot of times what I do to remember dower and curtsy, I always think about a dower is what a husband would do, and that's what he leaves to his wife. All right. Curtsy is what a woman would do. She would curtsy, and that's what she leaves her inheritance to her husband.
Okay.
Okay, and neither one of those are recognized in the state of Georgia because it's upon the community property, which we don't recognize. But it's something you still probably need to know.
Okay, great. And then homestead protection?
Homestead protection is there designed so that the breadwinner or the family, the bereaved family, don't be penniless from a lawsuit.
Okay, great. All right, well, thank you.